Hi, in this video, I want to talk about what is charge actually, and also I want to make comparison between mass and the electric charge of an object. So what I think is that both mass and electric charge, they are properties of every object. In one hand, mass talks about the amount of substance an object has. In the other side, electric charge is a property that is related to atom. So electric charge is related to the amount of electron and proton an object has. So I would like to define the charge of an object as a characteristic of an object that express how the object has fewer or more electrons than protons. Somehow, I like this definition because it helps me to think about charge in terms of the difference in the amount of protons and electrons. And I think this will help us a lot before we learn and use the standard unit for the charge later on. An important thing that we need to know also about electric charge is that unlike mass, there are two kinds of charge. One is positive charge that is related to proton, and the other one is negative charge that is related to electron. Since an electron has negative charge, we will write the charge of an electron as negative E instead of positive E. E here is for electron and the negative sign shows that the charge of the electron is negative. Then, the charge of a proton, instead of writing it as positive P, we will just write it as positive E since proton and electron actually has the same amount of charge, just different kind. So let's try to do a problem. There is an infinitely small object with 4 electrons and 5 protons. The question is, what is the charge of this object? To answer, this object has 4 electrons, so I will write it as negative 4e for electron. Then there are 5 protons. Instead of writing it as positive 5p, I will write it as positive 5e. Since the charge is the difference in the amount of protons and electrons, the difference is negative 4e plus 5e, which equals to positive 1e. So the charge of this object is positive 1e, or just positive e, that's okay too. Okay, let's do another problem. The next object has 5 electrons and 4 protons. The charge of the object, therefore, is negative 5e plus 4e, which equals to negative 1e, or just negative e. Well, I think this is good enough to understand about electric charge for now. Okay, so now I want to introduce you to the standard unit of charge. This is important for the next time when you learn about the electric force. So earlier we have learned about charge as the difference in the amount of protons and electrons, and we represent charge as positive or negative E. So now the standard unit for electric charge that we will use from this point forward is called coulomb, or just C for short. The conversion factor is that positive 1e equals to positive 1.60 times 10 to negative 19 coulomb. Another thing that we need to remember also is that this number is also called as the fundamental unit of charge. Why? Because this number represents a charge of 1 electron or 1 proton. That's it about charge. So for next time, we will start to learn a kind of force that is created by charged objects. So see you later.